Pope Francis has released his message for the World Day of Prayer for the Care of Creation next month. The Holy Father says everything that breathes should sing praise to our Lord. But Pope Francis also says the song is accompanied by a cry of anguish because of the destruction of the Earth's ecosystems. The World Day of Prayer is September 1st. It begins the season of creation, running until October 4th, the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi. Joining us now is John Mundell, environmental engineer and new director of the Laudato Si Platform for Action. John, great to see you. Can you tell us more about the Pope's message for the World Day of Prayer for the Care of Creation?
Well, since 2015, the ecumenical season of creation begins with this World Day of Prayer on September 1st and then goes through till October 4th that marks the feast of St. Francis. And this year's ecumenical message is and theme is listen to the voice of creation. And Pope Francis, asks us and invites us to listen carefully to this voice and hear in it the dissonance and the conflict that arises between, on the one hand, the sweet song and praise of our beloved Creator, who made all creation to live in harmony with each other, and on the other hand, to hear the chorus of cries of anguish that come from the earth itself, that come from the creatures that suffer, that they're coming from the poor who are disproportionately feeling the impacts of climate change events like droughts and floods and hurricanes and extreme temperatures.
Yeah, John, I know that you've recently been appointed as the new director of the Laudato Si Platform for Action, as we mentioned. What does it mean to you, and what are your goals?
Well, first of all, it's an incredible opportunity to help the message of Pope Francis in his encyclical Laudato Si become a reality with concrete lived actions by not only the Catholic faithful, but also by people who are of other Christian denominations or interreligious other world religions, or even people with no religions. The challenge before us is clear and it's immense. Our climate is changing and causing significant impacts around the globe. People are suffering. We've spent the last 7 years since Laudato Si doing a lot of talking and discussing and praying, but the real work really lies ahead. And so we must now begin to take concrete action that are reflective in a choice of our lifestyles and our lives.
And John, before I let you go, for the conversion that the Holy Father is requesting, what are some of the things do you think the faithful can do, in our daily lives to help out?
Well, first of all, the conversion needs to start with a certain amount of personal mindfulness of how we're living our faith in each moment of each day. This doesn't happen easily unless it's grounded in some kind of time for reflection or contemplation or prayer. We need to grab those short moments when we wake up, when we're in the shower, when we're heading to work, wherever we can, to kind of do a self-audit of our lives, an examination of conscience, so that, we can really ask ourselves, how are we really living? What resources are we using that are needed and which are wasted? And how do we purchase? Why do we purchase? And what are we purchasing? And after reviewing these basics, things like how much food do we waste or how much trash do we generate, it really helps us bear a lot of fruit in our daily lives. So we go from that reflection to action. And we need to kind of think of small things we can do each day, something that's easy to remember. I came up a few years ago with this idea of the Earth cube. I put it in the context here, but it's a cube you roll every day, and you roll it and you read what comes up to the top. And so it's very simple. I recommend people think of something simple to do. But today, my cube came up with this. Now is the time. Now is the time. To me, today, that means that I have to be urgent. I have to think of what I can do today. I can't put it off till tomorrow. So simply find a small message to put into action every day, and that small action can have real impacts.
Yeah, well, wonderful last thought to leave it on right there. John, thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations.